My name is Cecily Duncan, and I am the owner and a DJ for Tattooed Mom Productions. Tattooed Mom. I actually started the production name when I was in school here at Gaston, and I kind of kept it and progressed with it. The education that I got at Gaston is, there are just no words for it. It's the best thing I ever did with my life, honestly. I went to the Art Institute of Seattle for the same thing, and it was horrible. I came here, and it's the best thing I've ever done. There's so many doors that have opened up through the various people that are here, that this person helps this person, and this person helps this person. So it's like a whole community of artists that are willing to sacrifice and share and help each other out to become better at what we do. Mostly I do children's birthday parties. I do a lot of children's birthday parties. I tend to send weddings elsewhere. I'm not fond of doing weddings. But I do that. I do a lot of bike nights, especially during the summer. I'm at the Rock House doing bike night for the Concerned Bikers Association. And I've done some Toys for Tots runs. I'm really excited because I get to play for the Concerned Bikers Association of Cleveland County. They are doing a fundraiser for one of their lodges, and I get to go out and play the good music. Love my biker community. They have good taste. I have a history going back 20 years of being involved in the Charlotte rave scene and doing promotions for many of the DJs there. Was very involved. I worked at Mythos for a long time, and I did promotions for Paul Oakenfold for a Atlanta party that we had way back in the day. A lot of promotions. I don't know. It varied because we had so many people coming in. Dub Tribe came in, and I did promotions for them. Baby Ann, I've done promotions for her and Icy. DJ Dara, DJ Fuzz, Skinner. Dara's nation. He's like worldwide. My first job, I was a DJ at the skate rink at Kate's Skating Rink. So it was kind of handed to me then, and this is what you will do with your life. I'm on Facebook. And it's Tattooed Mom Productions. It's T-A-T, the number 2, D, Mom Productions.
My name is Cristo Magico, and I'm actually a DJ / vocal producer. I started as a vocal producer. I've actually taken an artist to Battle of the Bands. To be a DJ, I'm able to actually, bring to a younger audience some of the things I heard when I was growing up, so they could still get those same emotions as I did when I was growing up. Just the love of music, going to different shows, especially like the old school shows, Frankie Beverly and Mays. A lot of the, the originals of music, if you would say it, Fat Boy, Salt and Pepper. A lot of those things, kind of made me want to play some of the original stuff, that we don't hear anymore. So it's more of kind of instilling music, within generations, if you will. Me, myself, I usually do it for fun. I like to go to a lot of open mics. I've performed in Chapel Hill, Durham, North Carolina, New York City, New Jersey, but I actually got into that scene just because of just the actual rawness of, the hip hop scene and what it is to just be on an open mic set. Wonderful party. It started off wonderful, but actually nature kind of kicked in some effects for us. We had a microburst or a tornado, if you will, come through, which lifted, a 12 to 15 inch speaker off the ground and threw it away, and picnic tables and everything flying. But that is one of the joys of doing everything, so far as with technology, and being able to recoup from something of that magnitude was absolutely wonderful, and that actually made more of the party than the actual party itself. The Super Bowl party was it started as a get-together, but I always, when something of that something like that happens, it kind of takes on what do I want to say here? A style of its own. Once you begin to play music, it kind of has its own world, so to speak. So it kind of turned into a really nice time to where we had some freestyling going on as well as some music going on. And, you know, one of the great things was everybody was happy and, you know, and actually had a great time, you know, even though there was a little drinking involved. But that's what we do. It's a party. It's not a party unless it's a good party. You know? The 9th is Sunday. I will be doing an outing in Chapel Hill. It's kind of a Meet Crystal Magical type thing, where I'll be going from bar to bar. And if you can find out which bar I'm in, your first 5 drinks are free on me. So if you happen to see this after the fact, you missed it. But yeah, I definitely love, you know, people and fans. So I often do things like that. So where it's, you know, I'm not actually, you know, up there playing. I can, you know, come and party with you, you know. I'm kind of throwing the vocal editing on the back burner right now. But it's going to be more of a full-time DJ thing and really just bringing some, you know, new mixes and everything to the public that, you know, I've kind of had in my brain for a while. You can find some of my older stuff on soundclick.com, Crystal Magical there. You can find me on reverbnation.com, Crystal Magical as well. Also Indie Charts, you can find me there. And expect a lot of new upcoming things. It's going to be revamped because I'm going into another venture in my life.
My name's Tim Lully. I like to just be running sound, but I find myself audio, video, lighting, whatever it takes to get the job done, from booking the show to collecting the payment. I've been doing this all my life, and like most people I know in this business, they started with it as a passion or a hobby or vice versa, and it then became a career, and now it's a lifestyle. My favorite bands to work with are DAD, RDT, that'd be Rady's Test, and Deuteronomy, Anodomy. Those are my 2 favorite bands now, and I've probably got 30 bands locally that call on me and 60 to 70 bands listed. Oh, all my amps and outputs, I always like to use carving equipment. I'm a Carbonite. And on sound, your input signals, I like to use a Presonus. I usually run 10,000 watts live, and I'll have 10,000 watts for backup, and in some cases I've had to come up with another 6,000 watts. So I've run 16,500 watts on several shows. That was the big private party down in Great Falls, South Carolina. That was Deuteronomy with Jeff Gates. I think it went very well. I'd like to do it again. I didn't want it to end when it did. We're going to do bigger shows. We're going to do tours. They're going to move from local to regional and maybe even national, and some thoughts into going some international venues. I've got a website out. It's called bandagig.com. It's got a email address for booking at bandagig.com. That's the best way to get in touch with me. That website's got to be revamped. We put it up temporarily, and now it's good time to get that finished up. I've got some other people that are going to be setting up my broadcast on that site, so we're getting ready to roll out some cable charts this week in order to get that done. There's not a lot of training facilities that can go to the extent that Gaston College does. And that's why I went to that program. That was one of my better experiences, and I did a lot of research before I jumped in. I actually met Bob Meyer down there that runs the department 3 or 4 years before I actually committed to it, and I got a lot out of it. I think everybody I've met that's ever done that program has got a lot out of it.
I am Rady's. That's an AKA, of course. My real name is Donald Taylor, but I'm a singer, songwriter, and like to play music, but you know, do original things, try to get points across or whatever, ideas. I've been doing it now about 25 years. In about 25 years. I started because someone called and asked me if I wanted to sing because I looked like a singer, and they had some original songs. So I said, heck yeah, man. I've always sang in the shower. Rady's actually started, the name came up in about 97. But I didn't start a band. I started a band in 2003. I actually got a Halloween gig off of a party that I put Rady's Test together for the first time. We hadn't practiced or played together in like 4 months. and played the party, got the gig, you know, had fun doing it. So Rady's Test, I've used that now for 12 years. Well, it's ever evolving because, you know, I have a lot of friends that play music, and I'm always making new friends. And the music thing, you know, it's just collaborated over the years. Like the first band I put together, it was on a whim, you know. And so it's just kind of carried from that. And kept on going over the years. There's probably been a good 40 musicians that's come through, you know, Rady's Test, and it was all good. No bridges have been burned. A lot of them's come back and played. So it's never a set thing. It kind of just happens. Like the band that's playing live now, you know, we've got Patrick Bailey and Chris Melton from DAD playing in it. Dana Smith from Riverside Drive. And Mr. Jeff McDonald that can, you know, play with anyone. So it's just ever evolving, you know. No one ever gets thrown out. People have other things to do. Other people step up. So you know, it's just an ongoing thing. And I like it that way because if everybody's enjoying it, then that's, you know, everything's completed. I'm back in the studio actually singing and producing. It's calling this band Blackberry White, and it's me and a good friend of mine. I call him Bugman, and we collaborate on music and then edit and spit and polish and put out what we can. We had something come out in 2012, which had some pretty, I thought, good songs on it, and we entitled that Rady's Test, but we're taking a different direction this time, and that's why we're going to use a different name, just for the sake of it all. A friend of mine had some nice cigars, and one was entitled Blackberry, and the other one was entitled Berry White. So I combined both of them and came up with Blackberry White, and I was like, wow, that would be such a cool band name. My friend comes up with the music, and he actually give me something somewhat completed, and I'll take it from there and edit, and me and him will collaborate, you know, and change things that we need to change and come up with different ideas even as we're doing it. So this song is actually about 3 weeks old. And so it's growing too, you know what I'm saying? We take these songs and we call them babies or whatever, you know, and they gotta grow or whatever. And they're only adults when they're played live, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's entitled Hit the Road, and it's actually about my first wife. And there's a lot of good meaning, you know, behind the song. People that know me and knew her or whatever will have a really good understanding, but I'm hoping that it'll also outreach to you know, other people to put themselves in the same position, you know, in a different way in their own aspect, you know, and get possibly something different out of it that means something to them. We're definitely wanting to play live. We're wanting to get in front of people, and, you know, we have done the live thing where there's never any bad comments, no bad feelings, you know, so we just out to spread some peace and love. We have some things on Reverb Nation. We have some videos also on YouTube, and a band gig also.